One more. So good. Oh, almost. More push. There we go. Yeah. All right. High five. High five. High five. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging. High five. High five. Eleanor. All right. It's close.
It is Sunday. We're on week 12, I think. Yeah, I think we're on week 12. And I am sitting in the middle of our 2 raised beds and kind of just looking at wonder at how much growth has happened in the past 6 weeks. I'm kind of amazed at the amount of growth that's happened in the past week. And I'm just really thankful that I didn't give up all those weeks ago and dig out all those plants. I'm thankful that I continued to try with what we had, because now we have cherry tomatoes, see, Brandywine Pink, which is one of those slicer tomatoes, and we also have a mortgage lifter, 2 mortgage lifters tomatoes. And these plants, we have one that is what they all looked like 6 weeks ago, and I can show that, and I don't know if it's going to do anything. It has new growth on it, so I'm just letting it as an experiment to see what it will do. But the other determinate plant that we have is doing fine, and I'm having to weave it between the trellis. These sunflowers that we planted from seed are now taller than Eleanor. I don't know if you can see, our cucamelons are vining. They're taller than me now. This bush cucumber plant looked like these at the beginning of last week. It was greener, and I could tell that it was healthier. And then I came out this morning and it had a flower on it. And I mean, I had given up on these bush cucumbers. So much so that I planted with Rocco, we planted some vining cucumbers just so we could try to get some cucumbers this year, because the kids really like cucumbers. So I was just trying to have something to be able to grow. And but then this one bush cucumber plant is looking super healthy, and it's just really exciting to see that growth in those plants that I separated out and planted back in the ground. I was about to say the only peppers that are doing pretty well are the ones that I planted from seed, but I have one, a snacking bell, that has greened up and it's doing pretty well now. They're just not growing very fast. And maybe it's just been an off year for peppers, I don't know. If you're growing peppers, how's it going for you pepper-wise? Are you growing peppers? Maybe we just got a slow start. Maybe we just don't have the right kind of soil for them. I don't know. I'm just so thankful that I didn't give up on the things that were in the garden. And last year I got these cucamelon seeds, and we started them in a pot in the spring inside, and it took forever for them to even do anything. And I've learned over the past months that that's typical for cucamelons. But this week we had a cucamelon to be pollinated, and now it's really plumping up. So here is that guy, he's really cute. And it's still really tiny, like for perspective, here's my finger. Our basil has really grown, our kale has really grown this week, and it's been eaten by, I think, cabbage worms. I've seen white caterpillars all over them, and I've picked off worms, and I've even picked off a chrysalis. Well, actually, you know what? Now that I'm talking about this tomato that I said was not doing well, now it is today. After all this time, it actually looks like, this may not look very good, and it's like super tiny compared to the other ones, but this looks 100 times better than it did. I mean, wow. This one sucker that I didn't take out, I'm glad I didn't, because can't really see it, it's hard to see. It looks like it's a healthy source of nutrients for this plant now. But in the grand scheme of things, it has been like a 180 turn in the past couple weeks, just where things have just really started to grow and flourish and produce fruits. Oh, trying to get all these worms and eggs off of these. These kale leaves were fine the other day, and now they're just being eaten up by those caterpillars. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it all back and bring it in, and I got a helper coming. Here comes my helper. I'm gonna cut it back and try to utilize the most that I can, and there's one right there. There's a bunch of them. Yes, we're gonna pick these worms off first. Yeah. Oh, you got your scissors? Come here and look at all these worms. Look in here. This is what we're fighting right here.
I can't find those worms.
They're right here, buddy. You see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get those off.
Gotta get them off. Yuck. This is like the not fun part of gardening. Yep. I've gotten better at squishing things, but look, they're all over. I'm to the point now where I'll squish worms with my hands, so that's where we're at. Yeah, that's why we're gonna wash these really good. Because poop. Yeah.
Why poop?
Squish them.
Mama, wait!
What?
Don't squish them!
Why?
Yeah, check them out. See if they turn into a butterfly.
Well, they will.
No,
They will.
let's take one inside.
Oh, okay. I'll try to find another, like if I find another green one, we'll give it a piece of kale and we'll watch it grow, okay?
Me too.
We found a chrysalis,
I want to see. Me too.
and now we have 3 other worms that we're gonna watch turn into white butterflies that hopefully we'll release somewhere else and not in our garden, because I don't want them here. It's a small thing to be excited about, but I harvested holy basil today, and I harvested kale today, and I harvested regular basil. Actually, it's mammoth leaf basil, but I wanted to use some for our pasta tonight, so I just went ahead and pruned some off, and it's still growing fine, so we're gonna have all of that for dinner tonight. Well, not the holy basil. We are drying that over here. This is our first holy basil drying experiment, and it smells so good, and I love it so much. I'll probably be in here smelling it while it's drying. It smells so good. It's gonna be so good. It's an exciting thing to go and get stuff from your garden and then cook with it. It's so fun. Do you guys see what I see? I didn't know if this Acidanthera was going to do anything. And look at this. There is a bud shooting forth here. What was that language? There's a bud shooting forth. Anyway, I get excited when my plants do exciting things. If you've been watching long enough, you know that that's just kind of how I do things. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited that the Acidanthera, there are 2 actually that have little pods on them. Bud pods. Oh, got the mosquito. Oh, I hate mosquitoes. Anyway, that was exciting. What do you see? What is it?
I see you.
You see some tomatoes? Right there. Those tomatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No more.
More? There's more over there. There's one in there. There's a bunch on that one. That one's getting tall. Yeah, don't look at the sun. And this tomato right here, this one we weren't having a lot of hope for, has put up a new branch that's nice and green. Isn't that a miracle that it was able to keep going even though it was not doing well?
Yeah, Rocco go.
Plants just want to live, right?
Rocco go.
Rocco went inside.
Oh.
Yeah. You just having an apple and looking at the tomatoes with me? Don't look at the sun. Don't hurt your eyes. Oh, it's already sweaty out here. And it's only 8 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Those few days that we had cooler weather were really nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
What do you see? What are those? Ground cherries? You want to check them out? Oh, what'd you get? Oh, don't mess with the bugs. They're okay.
The fly. No turkey.
Sorry.
I got one.
You got one? Oh, come back.
Yeah.
You think we're gonna get any tomatoes on this plant? We haven't gotten any on this one yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? I can't remember what this one is. I can't remember. I won't get it. I'll leave it alone. Be alright. He's just trying to find some pollen or nectar or something. Oh, see, he's gone. He don't want you.
Where'd it go?
Hmm?
Where'd it go?
It's right there.
He is.
There he is. Or she. Could be a girl wasp. Get it. Do you ever just think about plants? Mm-hmm. I've been thinking about vegetables and how they grow a lot more because we've been growing vegetables and I've been more appreciative. I've been more appreciative of how large-scale farmers get their stuff to flourish. You see all those ants? Look at all those ants.
Oh, yeah.
You see them? We have lots of bugs in our garden, don't we? Also, I can't get over how this Floridade tomato is doing so well now. I talked last week about how I didn't have high hopes for it, and it sent off this sucker.
I grabbed one.
You grabbed one? Wait a minute, just leave him alone. Oh, he's in your thumb. You want to put him back?
No.
Let's just okay. Bye. Okay. It sent off this sucker. It's so green now, and it has new growth coming through, and I don't know why it's doing that. The only thing that I can come up with is that plants find a way and they want to grow. You have another ant.
No, it's working.
It's working? So we just might have growth off this. Well, we do have growth off this tomato plant, but I mean, maybe we'll get some tomatoes. Who knows? have a bunch of cherry tomatoes that are green. Oh, I just noticed. I was wondering if this plant, and I got to figure out the name of this tomato plant, if it had any tomatoes on it, and I just saw one. That's exciting. Yay! That's not the Marion.
I blew ant.
You blew the ant. I have to figure out the name of that plant. I'll put it right here, the name. It will be right here when I edit this later. The name of the plant is... I knew it when I looked back at my notebook. The reason I have that appreciation for larger scale farmers is because I know more how precious growth is. Let me explain. I was thinking about this and how I come out here and get so excited about one or two little plants that we have grown. But then I go to the store and take advantage of all of the produce that we have. And then a lot of times, I mean, full disclosure, we'll bring stuff home and then we'll throw stuff away because we didn't get to it and it got bad. And anyway, I'm just trying to take the time to be more appreciative of how things grow and the value of farming and the time and effort that goes into producing food. I probably still will forget that there are things in my fridge drawer. At least that will be in the back of my mind that need to be aware that it's there and to eat all the stuff that we have. All that good stuff. Anyway, I'm not trying to preach. I'm just sharing things that have been going through my head. I'm trying to express the thoughts that are in my head, and it's hard for me to do that sometimes. So anyway, hopefully that came across as that I'm trying to be as appreciative for the stuff in the store that we're able to get as I am for the things that we grow, because I know how appreciative I am of those things as well. So I hope that came across. And I'm looking at one of my favorite views of the garden right now. Let me share it with you. Hang on.
Mama.
The video doesn't do it justice though, really. Oh, you're gonna eat it? You're just gonna pick it and eat it just like that, huh? Uh-oh, where'd it go? It's green. You can eat it? Go ahead. You picked it, you eat it. Are you appreciative of the things we grow? Yeah? It's so good. Oh. That was so nice to share. You gonna have some more? You gonna finish it off? Thank you for sharing. That was really nice. Don't pick any more, they're not ready yet. That one wasn't really ready though, either.